Hello there, very good evening and welcome to your Primetime Weekend News Bulletin. I'm Shane Silva. Let's start off with a look at your headlines.
CID and the Examinations Department to investigate a possible leak of this year's ordinary level science paper. Minister Champika Ranawala says that all fuel purchased to generate electricity, apart from crude oil, is purchased according to market prices.
This cannot go on. This is why the Petroleum Corporation incurs losses.
The United National Bhikkhu Front questions as to why attention is not drawn to the fraud at the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The 2009-2010 COPE report suggests that the fraud at the Broadcasting Corporation is now 96.7,075,834 rupees.
On to your stories in detail now. 2 bodies have been brought to the Colombo National Hospital following an accident in the Vallivia Junction in Wellampitia this evening. This was confirmed to News First by police media spokesperson SSP Prishanta Jayakodi. The police media spokesperson said that 2 persons who were injured in the accident have been transferred to the Colombo National Hospital. According to a spokesperson attached to the Mull Area Hospital, several individuals are receiving treatment at the hospital at present. The accident was a result of a collision involving a van and a Hatton Colombo bound bus. The Criminal Investigations Department has now been entrusted with the responsibility of finding out if there was a breach of secrecy in the first part of this year's ordinary level science question paper. The reason for this could be the fact that a reasonable suspicion had arisen in the mind of the Examinations Commissioner General in this regard. If a suspicion could have arisen in the mind of the Examinations Commissioner General, then it is no wonder that a similar state of mind could have arisen in similar officials. Accordingly, the CID had been tasked with the responsibility of finding out how a tuition teacher operating in the Gampaha area was able to anticipate and discuss 19 multiple choice questions that were set out in the first part of this year's ordinary level science question paper that was held yesterday. The tuition teacher in question had discussed the 19 MCQs during a pre-examination seminar that was held several days earlier and had distributed this note as part of the seminar material. There would be serious repercussions if it cannot be ascertained that part of the contents of this note is a direct extract from the question paper prepared by the Examinations Department. One conclusion that may be drawn is that the Examinations Department had based the relevant question paper on the content of this note. Therefore, it is an important fact that those investigating this matter should focus their attention on preventing presumptions of this nature arising in the minds of the general public. There is only one correct answer in a multiple choice question. Furthermore, the remaining options should be drafted by those individuals or the group tasked with the responsibility of preparing that particular question paper and should not be extracted from a document of this nature. It should be noted that both the correct answers as well as the incorrect answers to the 19 MCQs under scrutiny had been set out in the note that was circulated by the tuition teacher. Therefore, it is the duty of the Examinations Department to ascertain how this state of affairs came into being. It should be further noted that the punishments that should be meted out to those who are found guilty of violating examinations rules and regulations had been set out in a cabinet paper issued in April this year. Has there been a situation that has been created where those officials in the Examinations Department have been given the luxury of carrying out their duties without having to be held accountable thereto, and having the Criminal Investigations Department called in for each and every examination that is held from time to time? Secretary to the Minister of Education, this is over to you. In related news, the Criminal Investigations Department today commenced an investigation as to whether the Part 1 science paper of the GCE ordinary level examination was leaked. The investigation will be led by Assistant Superintendent of Police. Meanwhile, the Department of Examinations too has commenced an investigation into this matter.
The report from the Criminal Investigations Department will be received soon. Afterwards, the necessary steps will be taken. As the Commissioner General of the Department of Examinations, I will look into this thoroughly. We hope to conclude the investigations by the Department of Examinations and the Criminal Investigations Department soon. 2 years, 4 examinations. 2011 GCE Advanced Level Examination. Issues with the Z-score. 2012 GCE Advanced Level Examination. Marking of examination papers in a mess owing to the strike action by university lecturers. 2012 Grade 5 Scholarship Examination. CID launches an investigation of reports about a leak of the examination paper. 2012 GCE Ordinary Level Examination. Rumours suggest that the science paper was leaked. Isn't the trust on the examination process fading away day by day?
In other local stories, the United National Party reiterates that the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice should be examined lawfully based on the Commonwealth Latimer House principles.
The United National Party issued a statement today to outline its observations on the President's remarks recently on the appointment of an independent committee to look into the final report of the Parliamentary Select Committee examining the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice. The statement adds that the Parliament is vested with the full responsibility over the impeachment motion against the Chief Justice, and hence the President should inform Parliament on the actions he intends to take on this issue. The UNP states that once a proposal is passed according to Article 107 of the Constitution, the President should take steps to remove the judge in question, and if fails to do so, it would be a violation of the Constitution. The statement adds that an impeachment motion could also be brought against the President if he fails to remove a judge based on Article 107 of the Constitution. The UNP statement notes that the Parliament does not have the legal right to re-examine such a motion, and adds such a move will violate the Commonwealth Latimer House principles. The United National Party notes that if the Cabinet grants approval to the private members' bill brought forth by Vijayadasa Rajapaksa in Parliament on the removal of Supreme Court judges, actions will be taken to resolve this issue.
Welcome back to News First Weekend. Various views have been expressed on the situation surrounding the impeachment motion brought against the Chief Justice.
The association of those who are to protect the law are fighting in the streets. Recently they fought near the Kaluthura boat tree. They fight near the courts. How can the respect of this profession be protected? The reputation of this profession is no more. We have to think, where is the country heading? What is happening to this country? This country is going to be crippled by the educated. We should understand this. If the country is crippled, the intelligent will not be able to stay here. They should think about this. The impeachment motion brought against Chief Justice Dr. Shivani Bandaranayake has now become a plaything. Now they say that it was brought by the UNP. What we say is that if you are so keen on this, investigate this according to the procedures of the Commonwealth judges, which is internationally accepted. We agree to that procedure. The government is trying to dismantle the Lawyers Association. The government is trying to dismantle the Judges Association as well. The government is trying to separate all. Today there is a debate that the Parliament is supreme and that no one can violate it and no one can lay their hand on it. According to democracy, the people reign supreme. What I see is that there should be a change in the Constitution. This change should take place not by looking at Shivani Bandaranayake or Mahinda Rajapaksa. This should happen for the benefit of the country. This issue will continue to arise time and again.
Shivani Bandaranayake diha balalat neveyi, Mahinda Rajapaksa metuma diha balalat neveyi. Meka wenna ona rate suba siddhiya sandaha me awula idiriyatat
දැන් නීතියට කිසිම කෙනෙක් බය නැහැ.
No one is afraid of the law. There are executive presidents like Barack Obama, the French president and the Korean president. Moreover, there are executive presidents in the Maldives and other countries too. However, they never interfered with the legislature and the judiciary because if you interfere with it, you cannot govern a country. The executive, the legislature and the judiciary should come together to implement the law properly in the country. If not, it will be difficult to govern this country.
වල් වැද්දුවොත් එහෙම යම් විදියකට මේ රට පාලනය කරන්න අමාරු වෙනවා.
විශාල කලබලයක්. පුටු පෙරලනවා, පුටු උස්සනවා, කෑ ගහනවා.
There was a huge commotion. Chairs were thrown. They shouted. They said that this was wrong. They said that the decision is not right. Look at what has happened to the lawyers. Just like the educated have the tug of war, they behave like those under the influence of liquor. Are these the people who represent the victim or the accused in court? I am ready for a debate on this. All of them receive money from the diaspora.
අපේ ඇමතිතුමෙක් ඉන්නවා සමහරු කියන්නේ මැර ඇමති කියලා. ඒ ඇමතිතුමාගේ
We have a minister. Some call him the thug minister. That minister's son was sent to the remand prison by the magistrate's court. This minister told the media that he respects the verdict given by the courts.
Microphone dikkaraama kiwwe garu usaviye laba dunnu තීන්දුව මම හිසනවා පිළිගන්නවායි කියලා. හැබැයි අපේ අගවිනි සුරුතුමිය මේ ලබා දුන්න ආදර්ශය අරගෙන ඉදිරියේදී අපේ ඇමතිවරුත් කවුරු හරි ඇමති කෙනෙක් Tamanට උසාවියට එන්න කියලා නියෝගයක් ලැබුණම අමාත්‍යාංශයට සෙනග කැඳවලා උසාවිය භංග වේවා අපේ ඇමතුමාට ජය වේවා කියලා.
What will happen if this happens? Will the independence of the judiciary not be destroyed? Just as the judges respect the parliament, the others will respect the courts.
විනිශ්චයකාරවරුන් ඔවුන්ගේ අධිකරණය වන පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට
Is the president listening to her request? Is he accepting their decision? Today that has become a question. He is to appoint yet another committee. Can the president appoint such a committee? Is there any provision in the constitution for that? This is the question the lawyers are raising.
And it's time now for the newspaper cartoon of the day.